Yo, yes now, bless now, don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at KOTP that's DZ at KOTP. Let's learn, alright? It's time to learn. Classes in session, people. The early history of the Ramones, yeah? If you disagree with what Wikipedia tells me, let me know, because I want to be clued in on the right way, alright? So, we're going to run it potentially into the first album. We'll see how many factoids and room for discussion, for conversation we'll run into prior to that. And then we'll look into the releases we've looked over on this channel. So, Lego. The Ramones were an American punk rock band that formed in the New York City neighborhood of Forest Hills, Queens, alright? A residential neighborhood in the central portion of the borough of Queens in New York City. Queens. 50 Cent came from Queens, from what I'm aware, in 1974. And Queens is different to Queensbridge, right? Queensbridge, because I hear that reference in Nas songs. Queensbridge. They are often cited as the first true punk rock group. Despite only achieving limited commercial success during their time together, the band is today seen as highly influential. I can't believe that these dudes achieved limited commercial success back in the day, because now you can't really change the channel without a Ramones song synced with a advertisement of such. All the band members adopted pseudonyms ended with the surname Ramone, although none of them were biologically related. I'm not gonna lie to you, people, I thought they were brothers. I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought they were brothers, and then they introduced new people into the band and then they changed their name so they fit in. I thought they were actually biologically related. That's blown my mind already. I've been conned. I've been living a lie. That's crazy. They were inspired by Paul McCartney, who would check into hotels under aliases Paul Raymond. The Ramones performed 2,263 concerts, touring virtually non-stop for 22 years. In 1996, after a tour with the Lollapalooza Music Festival, they played a farewell concert in Los Angeles and disbanded. We're Outta Here is the fourth live album by the American punk band The Ramones, so it was recorded and released. By 2014, all four of the band's original members had died. Rest in peace. Lead singer Joey Ramone, 51 to 2001. Bassist Dee Ramone, 51 to 2002, only outlasted Joey by 1 year. Guitarist Johnny Ramone, 48 to 2004. And drummer Tommy Ramone, 1949 to 2014. Tommy had a good run, relatively. They were all passing away in early 2000s. That must have been a crap time for not only Ramones fans, but fans of music in general, to be honest. Anything alternate. Each surviving member of the Ramones, bassist CJ Ramone, who replaced Dee in 89 instead with the band's dissolution, and drummers Marky Ramone, Richie Ramone, and Elvis Ramone, remains musically active. Let's be fair, only the original Ramones are the ones that matter. Am I right in saying that, people? Am I right in saying that? I thought they were all related. I can't believe this. Recognition of the band's importance is built over the years. The Ramones ranked number 26 in Rolling Stone's magazine list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. Now, 100 greatest artists of all time is very bold, but I would even say number 26 is quite low in comparison to who the Ramones are, or what people state they established for the music to come. I wonder where Sabbath was in the list. In 2002, the Ramones were ranked the second greatest band of all time by Spin, trailing only to the Beatles. On March 18, 2002, the original four members and Tommy's replacement on drums, Marky Ramone, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in their first year of eligibility. We're going to have to learn about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame soon, because I don't know what makes you eligible. Alright, so in 2011, the group was awarded a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, right? Yeah, rightfully so. Genres, punk rock and pop punk. Hey, definitely pop punk as far as laying down the foundations of what pop punk was and is, most definitely. Labels they were associated with: Sire, Warner Brothers, Philips, Beggar's Banquet, Radioactive /MCA, Chrysalis, Areola, RCA, and Barclay. Alright. If you want to visit the website, it's Ramones.com. The formation in 74 to 75. The original members of the band met in and around the middle-class neighborhood of Forest Hills in the New York City borough of Queens. John Cummings and Thomas Erdely have both been in high school garage band from 65 to 67 known as the Tangerine Puppets. They became friends with Douglas Colvin, who had recently moved to the area of Germany, and Jeff Hyman, who was the singer for the glam rock band Sniper, formed in 72. Yeah, that's quite early in my opinion for a band to be classified as glam rock. Am I wrong in saying that? The Ramones began taking shape in early 74 when Cummings and Colvin invited Hyman to join them in the band. Colvin wanted to play guitar and sing. Cummings would also play guitar if Hyman would play drums. The lineup was to be completed with their friend Richie Stern on bass. However, after only a few rehearsals, it became clear that Richie Stern could not play bass. So in addition to singing, Colvin switched from guitar to bass and Cummings became the only guitarist. Colvin was the first to adopt the name Ramone, calling himself Dee Ramone. He was inspired by Paul McCartney's use of the pseudonym Paul Ramon during his Silver Beatles days. What the hell are the Silver Beatles? The Quarrymen are a British skiffle rock and roll group formed by John Lennon in Liverpool in 56, which evolved into the Beatles. Wow! Wow! Dee convinced the other members to take on the name and came up with the idea of calling the band the Ramones. Hyman and Cummings became Joey and Johnny Ramone respectively, actually. I can't actually read, people are making it up, by the way. A friend of the band, Monty A. Melnick, later their tour manager, helped to arrange rehearsal time for them at Manhattan's Performance Studios where he worked. Johnny's former bandmate Adlai was set to become their manager. Soon after the band was formed, Dee realised that he could not sing and play his bass guitar simultaneously. With Adlai's encouragement, Joey became the band's new lead singer. Dee would continue, however, to count off each song's tempo with his rapid show of 1, 2, 3, 4. Joey soon similarly realised that he could not sing and play drums simultaneously and left the position of drummer. While auditioning prospective replacements, this guy would often take to the drums and demonstrate how to play the songs. It became apparent that he was able to perform the group's music better than anyone else and joined the band as Tommy Ramone. I can't believe these dudes aren't related. What the hell is going on? The Ramones played before an audience for the first time in 74, March 30th at Performance Studios. The songs they played were very fast and very short, most clocked in at under 2 minutes. I guess that's why, you know, one of the main reasons they're coined as the starting point of punk rock. I mean, fast and short songs, duh. Around this time, a new music scene was emerging in New York City, centered on 2 clubs in downtown Manhattan. Max's Kansas City and more famously CBGB. No one puts no respect on Max's Kansas City. Usually referred to as CBGBs. The Ramones made their CBGB debut on August 16, 1974. Legs McNeil, who co-founded Punk magazine the following year, later described the impact of that performance. They were all wearing these black leather jackets and they counted off this song and it was just this wall of noise. They looked so striking. These guys were not hippies, this was something completely new. The band swiftly became regulars at the club, playing there 74 times by the end of the year. Bruh, they drilled it. Where was that? That was at CBGB's. They played CBGB's 74 times in a year. After garnering considerable attention for their performances, which averaged around 17 minutes from beginning to end, the group was signed to a recording contract by Simon Stein of Sire Records. Sire A&R man Craig Leon saw the band and brought them to the attention of the label. Stein's wife, Linda Steen, saw the band play at Mother's. She would later call management along with Danny Fields. By this time, the Ramones were recognised as the leaders of the new scene that was increasingly being referred to as punk. The group's unusual frontman had a lot to do with their impact. As Dee explained, all the other singers were copying David Johansen of the New York Dolls, who was copying Jagger. But Joey was unique, totally unique. Very striking image. He was tall as hell as well, wasn't he? Yeah. And then we got spearheading punk from 1976 to 1977. And we're going to delve into their debut album, The Ramones, okay? So I'll see you on the flip side, people. And until then, have a good one from me. Peace.